Hi, this is Mrs. Oakley, and today we're going to be looking at Unit 4, Lesson 1B. You're going to need the note sheet that you started on the last lesson. So let's look at this. We're looking at comparing and ordering fractions. Place value can be used to compare with decimals by lining up the numbers at the decimal point. Insert zeros so that each number has the same number of digits following this decimal. Compare the numbers below using a less than, greater than, or equal to. So what this means is, and it's pretty easy, 0.17. So here's my decimal. So I'm going to line my second decimal of 10932. And then they said add those zeros to make sure that they line up. Okay. So now it's easy to compare. So I want you to think about this in the value of money. Here I have 17 cents, right? Here I have a little bit more than 9 cents. Well, which one's greater? Obviously, having 17 cents is greater than having 9 cents, right? All right, so let's do these first two together. 4 and 0, 8. Lining up those decimals, we can easily see that here I have 4 and 8 cents, and here I have a little bit more than 4 and 20 cents. So 4 and 20 cents is greater. So 4.8, 4 and 8 tenths is less than. Okay, let's line these two up. 0.702, 0.2219. All right, easy to see 7 is greater than 2, right? So 0 and, or I don't have to say the 0 in, remember, 702 thousandths is greater than. Okay. All right, moving on. Now, I want you to do these two. Pause the video and then come back and see if you got them correct. For 15, we're lining them up like this. And we can see that the 8 is greater than the 5. So this is less than. Because remember, we always start on the left. All right. That's a long number, isn't it? Okay, so here, everything's the same until we get to these numbers. 3 is greater, so this is less than. Awesome job. All right, now that we know which one's greater than or less than or all that, it's time to use them to put them in order. So, best thing you can do to order decimals is to line them up just like you did before. Compare it. All right, so first thing to remember, always look at what the directions tell you. They want the smallest. Well, the smallest one would be the one with the 0 in the tens place. So 0.0008. Then the greatest would be the one with the 7th in the tens place, so 0.701. And then that's easy to do. I know then 0.15 goes in the middle. Okay, let's try the next one. I'm lining them up based on this. Again, it's asking me to go least to greatest. So, smallest one, well, these both have zeros. This one has a 0, but this one has a 3. So this one here is smaller. So I'm going to put 2.009 first. Now, this one has a 4 where the others have a 0. So it's our biggest one, right? 2.48, which leaves me 2.0302 in the middle. All right. Now, I want you to try these three, and then I want you to come back. Actually, here's what I want you to do. I want you to do 19 and 20, and then I want you to come back and see if you got them correct. So, go ahead and pause the video and try this. You should have put these in order like this. Okay, now noticing it says greatest to least, so which one's the greatest? Well, so far they all have zeros in the tenths, but this one has a 9 in the hundredths, so that one's first. So 7.09 goes first. Now, the smallest one would be the one with the 4, so I'm going to put 7.042 last, which then leaves me with 7.0751 in the middle. Okay, for 20, you should have lined them up like this. All right, so the greatest one. Well, these two have ones, but this one has a 0. So I'm going to go with the 1.11 because that's like having a dollar and 11 cents. Then the smallest one would be the dollar and the penny, right? $1.01. And then in the middle of these two would be the one that's a little over $1.10. All right, so here we want to talk about this problem. I wanted to do this one with you so that you could see it. Blake ran the 50-yard dash in 10.012 or 10 and 12 thousandths. If the school record was 10 and 9 thousandths, did he beat the record? Well, here's where it's kind of tricky, right? So in money, we want the greatest amount. But in time, you always want the fastest time. So you want the lowest amount. So 0.009 or 10 and 9 thousandths is less than 10 and 12 thousandths. So no, he did not break the school record because here's why. 10 and 9 thousandths is less time than 10 and 12 thousandths. Okay. All right, that's the end of the video for Unit 4, Lesson 1B. Go ahead and head back to class craft, and I'll see you back here for the last lesson.